Nice. Hmm. Nice. I wonder if there's a channel or like a YouTube audio that I can play that would not take my video down for copyright strike. Let me see. Hmm. Hey, how's it going? Welcome, someone, and that guy died. Oops. Gotta abort that merge. I wonder what Colin's doing. Um, what branch is this? Yeah, I should teach you guys how to code. Why don't I start with that actually? I've been meaning to continue on with my tutorial videos. So let me make the next tutorial video right now with you guys live. Give me a sec here. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. How much of coding do you know? Someone? Have you taken any programming courses or? All right, so this is the syllabus. And I should be going through my editor interface tutorial. Yeah, so I need to make a video about this. And then I need to make a video about game settings, which I may or may not do. Hey, how's it going? Axolotl, welcome. All right.
Hey, you want me to merge the tick rate changes into master?
Yeah, I was thinking about the other way around. But yeah, no, why don't we do that actually? Yeah, why don't we merge the tick rate to master? There's no reason why you shouldn't do this, right?
I mean, did we get rid of? Huh. I'm seeing something weird. There's a conflict currently on the branch.
That's what I noticed too. That's why I asked you to merge it.
Yeah, I mean, do you know what? So we changed or we added the physics tick rate stuff, but it says master has Taro cluster client stuff. I don't think we got rid of that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the conflict right now. Yeah, what is that cluster client stuff?
It's GS stuff.
Yeah, who did Pancash change that or what?
Maybe it just accidentally got deleted. Let me actually look at the pull request.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Yeah, I don't know. This requires more deeper investigation, and yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not even sure what that code does. I'm not sure. So this is what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, I don't know, man. Do a trial and error, see what happens.
I mean, it could very well be a change that Pankaj made for.
Yeah, message him so maybe he can respond back to us tomorrow. Like, I'm not in a hurry to merge it right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but sooner we take care of this, the better. Because I do wanna start working on improving the lag compensation.
All right, I'll start. I'll look and see what the issue is. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna do some I'll do some live teaching. I'll teach we'll go over what was it, the editor interface. So that's gonna be the third tutorial video. Why do I do that? So
Are you talking to me or stream?
To the stream.
Oh, okay. Well, have a good stream.
Oh, thank you. You're welcome to. Yeah, time in anytime if you have any questions or whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Don't feel like you're interrupting.
No, not at all.
Okay, cool. All right, talk to you. Bye. All right, guys. So give me a sec here. So yeah, today or in this tutorial, I'll teach about the basic editor interface in mod platform module. If you go to create, and I think we were working on, I think it was Pixel Town or something like that. Pixel. No, it's not Pixel Town. what was the name of the game that I was working on? Oh boy, I should watch the last tutorial video I made last time. Let's go jump to the video. Give me a sec. All right, so this is the tutorial video number 2. I'm going to show you how to create a new. Skip it for now. For this button. Okay, what did I enter as the game name? It's a hunting gather game. Hosted on the and change the name to Pixel Village. Dude, I made it as a Pixel Village. Pixel dash play / pixel dash. What happened to my game in the future? Oh shoot! Cheers. Because I'm logged in under teacher mode. That's why. Gosh. All right, now I know what's going on. I'm gonna log out. I'm gonna log in and let's see here. I'm gonna log in under a different name. Dude, do I even remember that account name or what? Modio teacher. In tutorial. Try that. No, that doesn't. That says that account doesn't exist. Oh, I think I need to log in under my Gmail. Yes, I found it. All right. Save item. Yeah, sure, I will. Okay, cool, guys. We're back at it. So I'll go ahead and open this game, and I'll continue on with teaching the tutorial video. So, all right, guys. So next up is editor interface. So I'm gonna go over all the elements in the editor. So before you even join the world, you can see a bunch of buttons in the top. So the top left is like the main menu that shows you know, like your player settings, right? So if you click on home, it'll take you back to Modio homepage. The world setting is basically like the player's preference for audio and resolution and whatnot. And then you can also go full screen and so on and so forth. Moderation button is something for the creators to easily ban and kick players. You can assign contributors or mods into your game as well. So this can come very handy once your game becomes more popular. The settings, oh, sorry, not that one. So if you go to editor menu, then you have this game settings. This is quite commonly used feature where you can change different settings of your game. There's a bunch of stuff, right? Like for your engine, you can change your engine version. You can change like the maximum number of players that you want to allow in your game. You can change different physics engines that you want to use in your engine. Different rendering filter, whether if you want the game to look more smooth or more for pixel art. Yeah, there's a bunch of other features. You can add gravity, and so on and so forth. We'll get into more technical details of this later in the future tutorial videos. And then we have UI settings where you can change different UI elements in the game. Map is where you can change your tile sheet in your game, as well as the size of your map. The title screen is basically modifying this. This is the title screen menu, right? So you can modify by its instructions here. So you can see it says simple game with no rules, blah blah, and then you can also see the same text is shown right here. So you can modify the text, you can add the instruction, you can change the logo. The cover image is the image that shows up on our homepage. So if you go to Modio, these are all the cover images, right? So you can change the cover image. Whoops, wrong game. You can change the cover image by uploading the image here. You can also add different social links. So like Discord, Facebook, YouTube, so on and so forth. mod and lobby, we'll go over that in the future video. It's a nice extra feature if your game requires lobby. And then now here comes the entrees, the main parts of our game engine. I'll go ahead and enter the game first. Right, so I'm in the game, and we'll go over the play tab first. Wait, I'm looking at some chat messages here. Blah blah. Hey, welcome, not Noah. Bizio, welcome. Blah blah blah. So okay, Bizio says, how do I? Oh man, I skipped so many messages. Sorry. How do I make an item that can do something to the player? Regeneration of attribute. I'll go over that in the future video. Thanks for asking. Actually, I don't know if there's an action that allows people to modify the regeneration rate. Is there? Hold on, let me quickly go take a look. I am getting a bit sidetracked here. Add a new action, regeneration. Set entity attribute regeneration. Yeah, you can set an entity regeneration rate with an action. So if you create an item and then if you associate a trigger, sorry, not trigger, but action to the use of that item that calls for the updating regeneration rate, then you can change the regeneration rate of your item. I'll cover this in the future video. But yeah, thanks for that question. What are we making today? I'm making a tutorial video right now. Like blah blah blah. Can you tell us about UI2? To be more specific, I'm not understanding the handlebars very well. Yeah, we'll go over that in a bit. I'll go slightly into more in depth for UI modification. Hi, Wolfie. Someone says, Mode, can you send a link to the game? I want to join the game. Ah, yeah, sure. I see someone has already joined the game, but I'll share the link with everyone as well. You guys can try. Cool. So yeah, welcome to the game. Noah's here. So the play tab is a tab that actually allows you to test and play the game. Right now there isn't much to the game. As you can see, you can just move around with WASD keys and rotate, where the unit follows your mouse cursor. But that's about it. There's really nothing else going on. If you go to map tab, this is where you can actually modify your map. So you can zoom in, zoom out using your mouse cursor. Sorry, not mouse cursor, mouse scroll wheel. And right click and drag allows you to pan the camera and move the map. You can also do the same with your palette, where you can select the tile, and then you can choose different tools here. As you can see, there is a cursor, which means just you're not you're not really using any tool. It just allows you to select stuff on the map. There isn't much right now. By the way, I'll go more in depth for the map editor as well in the following tutorial video. You can place objects in the game using the entities tool, or stamp brush to paint stuff. So if I choose a tile down here and then choose a stamp brush tool, and I'm going to choose a floor tile layer, and I can draw stuff. As you can see, I say hi. Cool. So I can do that. And then, by the way, if you go back to the play tab, you can see your change live. Okay, I see a bunch of people joining me here. Cool. All right, so there's that. So the map tab, you can edit your map, you can save your changes. It's pretty rudimentary right now in terms of the list of tools that we provide, but it should be enough to allow you to customize your map in browser, in game. And entities tab is where the most of the action happens for game editing. So if you open entities tab, you're gonna see this sidebar on the left. This is where you can modify the world, basically. So there's a bunch of environment or the system settings, I should say. So we have environment. If you click on environment, it shows you all the global variables in game. Right now there's just one global variable, but like for example, I can add a global variable number just like that. So now we have a global variable called x, which is a number, and the initial value is 0. Regions, attributes, there's a whole bunch, and I'll go over them in the following tutorial videos as well. So the global variables are defined here. And then we have the player types. If you have games with different types of players, different factions, and different hostility between the factions, all that stuff can be defined in this setting. Dialogues is especially useful if your game has a storyline and provide that sort of a visual novel interface. You can do that using dialogues. Shops is a very handy in-game, like a built-in shop feature where you can allow players to buy items and be able to sell items with different prices and whatnot. That can be all set here. What else we got going on here? We have the world. So this is a big one. So world has this tiny icon on the right, and these icons represent scripts. So if you click on the script, it shows you the global scripts, right? Or we sometimes call it world script. So this is like the scripting for the entire game, right? And then if you, and this is where the coding happens. So this is where you can actually code or program different events, these are what we call event-based or trigger-based scripting, where when there's an event that's happening, so like the trigger is the event, right? So when player initiates disconnect, for example, when that happens, then we run these actions. So like, for example, when the trigger of when a player disconnects, we have an action that, okay, so we're gonna go through all the units that's owned by the triggering player. That's the player that's about to leave the game. And then we destroy the units that are owned by the player. So that's an example. When the player joins, then we create a unit, and then we make the camera follow that unit, and then we assign that player to the human player's player type. So yeah, trigger-based scripting. So you can do all this, and this is all happening at a global scope, but you can also do coding at an entity scope. So the homie is the player unit that the players are controlling right now. There's only one entity in the game right now. It's virtually a blank template. And within homie, if you click on homie, then you can see a bunch of properties of the homie. You can change controls, different settings. You can change its body type, because we have physics built in, so you can change like the collision map and all that. But on top of that, you can modify the scripting, the event-based scripting, within the scope of this entity only. So this can come very handy, as you'll probably see in the following tutorial videos. But yeah, so that's about that for the entities tab. A very commonly used tab. This is where the actual game making happens. And report is where you can see different reports, of course. So like the bandwidth usage is on the left here. You can see like the client-side CPU usage. If there are errors, then you're gonna see them in the live logs. You can also see like overall stats of your game, like how many people are playing it every day, or when the servers are deployed on what servers, and you can see stats. When server crashes, you can also track that as well. You can also see the player retention rate for your game. And the profiler is actually super handy, where if you start a profiler, you can actually see what part of the game is consuming the most CPU. Right now, it's not consuming virtually anything, because again, it's pretty much empty, but this thing gets pretty big quite fast, and it'll help you to figure out the bottlenecks of your game and help you optimize it. Hey Parth, welcome. Good to see you, man. So you guys know Parth is one of the original contributors of the Modio game engine. So He's been working with me for several years. It's good to see you. All right, and lastly we have publish, and publish is where you can actually control how your game's being published. If you want to unpublish your game so no one can play your game, you can click on unpublish. Or if you make a bunch of changes in your game and you want to reflect those changes to the players, then you save and republish the game. Usually the changes you make directly happens in game without you having to republish it, but sometimes you need to republish it, and this is how you do it. Someone did ask me a question about UI. So the UI changes can only be happening in the higher tier games. So there are different tiers for the games, and we limit the tiers for various reasons. So if you create a game for the first time and it's not very popular, then you get tier 1. But as your game gets popular and you need to unlock more features like saving data, loading data, and customizing UI, those happen in the later tiers. Usually the tier 1s jump directly to tier 3, and right now it's stuck at tier 1, so I have to sort of give myself a special permission to do so. Let me see if any of the mods are around. Let me ask Colin for help. Can you do me a quick favor? Mod, actually, can you change this game to tier 5? And how you get tier 5 is usually, it usually just happens automatically if you accumulate certain number of players. So if you take a look at about, you can actually see how many people have played your game. And if this number becomes, in terms of like thousands to tens of thousands, then it will, you'll get tier 5 automatically. And you'll be quite surprised about how quickly you can garner like thousands of players quickly. All right, so that pretty much covers it. Sorry, I do need to go over the UI. I think Colin right now is setting T5 for me. Axolotl says get out your 5,000 devices and start increasing the unique player count to T5. Yes, that's definitely not the way to do it, but yeah. Hey Cham, how's it going? Good to see you. It may seem complicated, but trust me, it's not that complicated. Yes, that's not really what I'm saying, but all right. Has it been updated? Let's see. All right, so it's been updated to tier 5 thanks to our friend Colin. Cool. So it has been updated, and the first change I'm noticing here is that we have a UI there now. So yeah, if you go on to UI tab, which again is only available for T5 games, you can actually change the UI of the game. So like the entire game here is written in HTML5. So if you know how to develop websites, if you know how to code like HTML, CSS, you can actually customize the look of the game. So for example, if you go to UI and let me see here. So the title screen has this as the basic UI. If we open the title screen, this is what the title screen looks like, right? So let me see. So let's say for example, I want to get rid of this icon, and then I want to change the background to let's say yellow, for example, right? All I gotta do is go to UI tab. Oops, what happened? Okay, it might be a slight bug here. I'm gonna refresh my page. So UI tab, there you go. And then sorry, going back. So what is the component here called? So yeah, I can actually take a look at the HTML here. So this is inside the hold on. This is menu column main, right? So if I go to UI now, I have, yeah, so I have main column or menu column main container here. So I could, yeah, there's a class white BG, so but I can get rid of that. It says I can preview. Okay, let's try that. Oh, look at that. I got rid of the white BG class and now the background is gone, right? Return to the editor. So if I now change that class, so the style has max width 480. Let's change that to, let's say, 520. And then I'm going to say background, is it background color? I think background color. And let's go with the, well, I think I can just type in yellow, right? Pretty sure that's allowed. And if I go save and preview, that didn't quite work. Return to the editor. Let me, so I can also modify this in real time using the console or the developer tools in Chrome. So I'm gonna open this, and you can open this by pressing F12, by the way. And if you use Windows, you can do Control-Shift-C. So to choose different components in the browser, the DOM elements. So you can actually do this. All right, so it has a class YPG. I'll get rid of this, and then I'll change the style right here. Background color, yellow. Hey, it works here. I don't know why it's not working in the other one. Maybe it's because I added a quotes or a single quotes around the yellow. And then let's add a padding. Padding 20 pixels. Yeah, so there, it looks a bit nicer. And all that stuff that I wrote down is shown here. So what I'll do is I'll copy this entire style, go back to UI, and apply that right here. Boom. Save and preview. Hide the developer tools. Now my background is yellow. So, I mean, here's an example of how you can modify the UI in the game. Oh, I forgot about removing the title. Removing the title image actually, it can be done in different places. So one place you can do this is going to the, not world settings, sorry, going to the game settings and then go to title screen and just get rid of the logo image on the top there. Save and close. I'll have to republish the game. Save and republish. And there you go. There's no more logo on the top. You should also be able to change the fonts quite easily. I think Google has a bunch of fonts. Search for Google fonts. Yeah, they got a whole bunch. So let's say I want to change the game's font to something that is more pixely. I mean, the game's called Pixel Village. So let's look for pixel font. This one looks pretty good. Pixelify Sans. All right, so how do I implement this? They should provide me a code. Do they have it? Download and hold on. License. I use this. Blah blah blah. Unique license under open font license. You can use them for commercial and whatever. Okay, so I can use it for commercial purposes, which is cool. All right. Okay, so if I go download family, it downloads the file. But how do I implement font off of Google Fonts without me having to host it? Let me see. You know what? Google is your friend, right? How do I host Google Fonts? Or how do I implement Google Fonts without downloading it? All right. Oh, okay. So there we go. Style sheet in the head. I can, yeah, set the, yeah, so I think I can just do this, right? So if I go to Pixel Village again. And I think I can just copy and paste this. Go to UI, and the title screen at the very top, I'm going to do this. I don't think I need a meta, actually. Do it like this. So this is Tangerine font, which is a bit different from the one I have, I think. Let me save and preview. Look at that. The font has changed. See? So if I change the font to Pixelify Sans, is it Pixel? No, it's Pixelify Sans. That's what it is. So I'll go to my game again, and instead of Tangerine, I'll do Family Pixelify Sans. Is that allowed? Let's see, preview. No, it didn't work. Return to the editor. Font size is too big too. Let's go 12 pixel. Wait, is it pixel? Yeah. 12 pixel. Is it Pixelify maybe? Stick with that only. Maybe it should be lowercase as well. No, that doesn't work either. The sizes are changing, but hold on. Let's figure this out. Pixelify. Oh, underscore sans. Got it. Okay. Cross your fingers. No, didn't work. I'm gonna increase the font size, by the way. It's too small. What am I missing here, guys? If anybody know how to do this in the chat, please let me know. It does say Pixelify Sans here. API. Oh, Jesus. Okay, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Is it not called Pixelify Sans? Pixelify Sans variant. Okay, maybe I need to type in the whole thing. Pixelify Sans variant tofu. But where is it actually loading the font as well? I want to see how it loads it. This is a JavaScript. Okay. All right, I'm gonna take a look at the file that I just downloaded and study it. Pixelify Sans all in one word, huh? Interesting. Pixelify Sans example. Google Fonts, Pixelify Sans. Accelerator says, I've been trying to, but it doesn't work for me either. It can't be that hard. Like, it's just, we're probably stuck on something like really stupid. Okay. No, these are all images, so it doesn't really help. We just have to figure out how to load Pixelify Sans using the style sheet. Okay, so hold on, why don't I try this? Pixelify Sans. Nope. Pixelify all in one word. Do I need to capitalize it? Hold on. Does it get capitalized here? Yeah, it does. Okay, Pixelify Sans. God damn it. Font plus name. Font name. Okay, that's how I do this. Font name is here, and then font plus name. So should it be Pixelify plus Sans? Oh, oops, I'm missing a Y. Oh shit, it's working. Okay, I found it. Pixelify plus Sans. And then here is, I think, just Pixelify Sans. Preview. Nope, didn't work. Damn it. Why? Is it supposed to be plus here as well? Save and preview. Nope. Dude, you know what I think it might be is because I need to maybe like republish the game. Right? I think that might be the case. I'll do one more thing here. Save and preview. If this doesn't work, I'll republish. Yeah, I'll republish the game. Epic Game says, if someone drew H on your forehead, maybe Kobe would have landed his ha 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 ha. Wow, that's a terrible joke, man. Okay, the UI is not updated. I totally didn't laugh. Not Noah says, you have to click plus sign next to font examples mode. Okay. Pixelify, Sans. We're close. Like we are loading. Oh gosh, there's a space. Does that matter though? Save preview. Nope. I'm gonna republish one more time. Okay, hold on. Pixelify Sans. Font family is Pixelify Sans. So no, it should be a plus, or it should be a there should be a space in between. Font face is that. We're definitely close, guys. I just probably missing something really stupid. This looks right. Am I supposed to get rid of serif? What does this say? Oh no, I should have serif. Okay, so we'll keep that serif thing. And then the font is there. I'm loading that fine. Div style font family. Serif your text. Okay. So it is applied to the body. Little confused here. Okay, I'm gonna force this. So I'll copy and paste this right next to the style. Just to verify that this in fact is the reason why. Like just to prove that body is not working, I think. No, that's not the case. It's still showing just fine. Why is that, guys? What am I missing here? We're loading the API, family pixelify plus sans, right? That's the correct URL. If I type it in the URL address bar, it loads, right? Yeah, it does load, so it's working. It does say font family does not have the plus inside, which is like what I have here, so that is also correct. I am a little confused here, chat. Save changes. We'll go back to the play tab. Let me investigate this, right? So, hold on, it doesn't have that Pixelify Sans. Oops. Get rid of that. Font family Pixelify Sans. Okay, so I'll type it in here. Font family Pixelify Sans serif. Yeah, it's not working. Am I not supposed to have a quotes? No, that's not the case either. I am loading Pixelify Sans here. It's also being loaded. Wait, is that being loaded in the head? Or where is it being loaded? Style. Font Rubik, what the hell? Okay, well, what if I got rid of that? That doesn't help. Bruh. I might need some help from Mon about this. I think Mon's away right now though. Style sheet. Okay, hold on. Let's search for Pixelify. Okay, so there's a style body. Okay, I'm loading it here. What about Google API? Is that being loaded? You know what I think? Maybe our oh, you know, I think our app might be disallowing that. I'm not sure. Link rel. Okay, so we have Google API. Let's search for that. Okay, so that's down here. Ooh, okay. I think I know what might be happening. We might be sanitizing this. Yeah, that's what's going on. So theoretically, it should work, but it's not because we're sanitizing it. Yeah, which is not cool. What if I copy this, save changes, and then went to the game settings? Oh, by the way, our entire UI actually got bigger because we changed the font size in the body. Go to title, screen, description, blah blah, social. I guess I can't really load that stuff in here either. So ultimately, we need to be able to load that in the UI, so we can do like link rel. But it's not working because of some sort of a security feature we have in our engine. So we'll have to change it so it loads properly. I think my approach was right. It's just that, yeah, our engine's acting up. That's why. I can fix this relatively quickly, actually. So we'll skip that for now. But doing this should allow you to update your font style in the near future. Give us a couple of days. We'll fix this. Hold on. Not Noah says you have to click plus sign next to the font examples. Blah blah. Okay. I don't think that's really the case here. Contagious freedom. Show how to animate characters so we can see more animation and less static characters in games. Yeah, no, I would love to teach you guys on how to do that as well. It's in the following tutorial video that I'll do soon. Where's the animation? Right here. Lesson 7.3. We're still at 1.3 right now. We actually went through all this stuff. So we're jumping onto 2. Yeah. Map editing tools. Should we go over that right now? Might as well. So we're back at the play tab, and if you enter world, here's the game, and I am all by myself. Where is everyone? So the map tab is chosen by clicking on up here, and everything is just so much smaller. Why is that? Let me refresh the page. I think it's because I modified the UI. Okay, no, there you go. Yeah, so if you go to the map tab, this is where you can access your map editor. So you can zoom in, zoom out again by using your mouse scroll up and down. And let's go over each tools in the game. So the entities tool, which you can select with the shortcut key A, it allows you to place the entities in game. So you click on Homey, for example, and then you just put it in here. And yeah, you can just place them in a static manner. By the way, just so you know, when you place these entities, these are also, the placement is actually happening because, or the way it works is that we, under entities tab, and if you look into world script, and if you go under initialize, trigger script, trigger base script, you'll see that all these Homey entities are being placed using script. So every time you place an entity in the map editor, it adds a line of you adding entities in game. That's what's going on. So yeah, so now if you go back to the game, the reason also you don't see these entities right now is because in order to reflect these changes, the script has to run to place these entities, but the script didn't run yet. The only way to have this script run at this point really is by republishing the game, and so that your game is reinitializing, and then as it reinitializes, it's going to run all these scripts to place these entities in the game. So what I'll do is I'll republish the game. Thanks for the compliment, Contagious Freedom. And there you go. You just see a bunch of AI entities placed in game as you join it, and that was done using the entities tool. The stamp brush is probably the most commonly used tool, where you can choose a tile in the map palette or palette, and then you can draw stuff using it. You probably noticed that there are 4 different layers in the map editor. So floor is the bottommost, and then if you draw something on walls layer, it will go over the floor layer, as you can see. And then the trees layer is the biggest. Whoops, wrong tab. Where let me show you. So if you choose trees layer, how do I increase the size? There you go. You can hold your Alt key and use a mouse scroll to increase your brush size, by the way. It's not a very commonly known feature, but we have it. And yeah, you can place trees under trees layer, which is higher than walls layer. So it hides the tiles underneath. Okay. And you can see these live changes in game like this, so you can experience it. You can hide under the tree. That's because your entity, so if you go to entities and go to homie and look at the body type, you'll see that its layer is walls. This is why it's hiding behind the trees but showing above the floor layer. Okay. So right now we have a built-in, how many layers? 4 layers in the game. We're hoping to eventually allow people to modify the layers in the future, but for now, 4 is all you get. Also, another useful thing about the brush tool is that if you right click, it copies the what do you call it, the existing brush, right? You see that? So let me actually decrease the size. So yeah, if you right click, right now there's nothing in tree layer, so let me go to floor layer. So if I go to floor layer, right click, it copies that the tile, and so it's very easy for you to just, you know, quickly switch in between. So you don't have to like go and search for the tile down here. You can just right click, and then now you're using the grass. If you right click on the cement, now you're using the cement. So right click is really useful when you're using the stamp tool, stamp brush. Eraser, I'm pretty sure you know what this is supposed to do. So if you erase things, you'll just erase whatever. One thing to keep in mind is that you need to select the right layer when you're using these tools. So for example, like here's a tree, right? But if I do the eraser, it's not going to delete the tree. And the reason that's happening is because I'm choosing floor layer right now. If you want to erase the tree, make sure you're selecting trees layer and then erase it. And again, same goes for brush and everything else. Paint bucket or bucket fill tool allows you to fill. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me undo. Oh yeah, we have an undo now, by the way. That was because I chose the trees layer and then, you know, filled everything, right? Let me go back to floor. So there's a bunch of empty void. If I fill this, it will fill the void with the bucket tool. Clear layer, you normally would not be using this. What it does is it basically clears the entire layer. And you're gonna get a warning sign because you know, it is drastic change. I'm not gonna go ahead and do it. Whoa, what just happened? That's a bug. But if I, let's say for example, selected trees layer and cleared it. By the way, what happens if I do cancel? Okay, that's a bug. We'll have to fix that. Let me try that one more time though. So clear and then say yes. It gets rid of all the trees, right? Shoot, and I can undo after I clear it. So that's something we're gonna have to fix as well. Region tool, region's super useful. Using regions, you can pull all kinds of different like triggers associated with it. So if I choose a region tool and left click and drag, okay, and I can call it teleport in. So I create this region right here, and then I'm gonna create another region, teleport out. Right, so I have two regions, and I can actually code things surrounding this regions. So as you can probably tell by now, what I'll do is when units go into the teleport in region, they're gonna come out of the teleport out region, right? So let me just add some decoration to make this a little more obvious. I'm gonna add a bunch of tiny trees around teleport out, and the red trees around the teleport in. All right, let's see what it looks like in the game. Okay, so we have all this going on. So nothing happens right now. You have to, you know, code this in. So let me go back to the map. Let me go ahead and save everything. Okay. Now, if you remember from our last tutorial, we talked about the environment, the world environment, and you can see that now we have two regions created from the map editor. And then what we'll also do is we'll go to world script. Now I'll teach I'll teach more in depth. I'll give more in-depth guide on how to do scripting in the later videos, but bear with me for now. I'll create a new script and we'll call it teleport. And the trigger is when a unit enters region. So unit enters a region. So that's the trigger. When a unit goes into a region, we're gonna run this script. All right, and what we'll then do is we'll teleport. Sorry, we have to check what region it is. So we're gonna add a if else statement. The condition is, and then we'll do region comparison. So if the triggering region, sorry, why am I doing item comparison? I need to do region comparison. Okay, so if the triggering region is equal to teleport in, then we are going to teleport entity. So we're going to teleport the triggering unit to the center of teleport out region. Okay, that's it. I'm going to save and apply changes. Now, if you go back to the game and go inside the teleport in region, oh, it didn't work. Why? I may have to republish the game. Yeah, maybe it just doesn't do the live changes, I guess, right now. Hold on, let me go look. Enters region, last triggering region, teleport in, triggering unit to teleport out. No, it should work. That's weird. Let me republish the game. Finding a bunch of bugs here. Enter world. All right, let's go in there. There you go. It works. I wonder if these AI units will also get teleported as well. Hey, look at that. It's working. Yeah. So there you go. It seems like region changes does require republishing the game. But yeah, again, as you can see, it's working. So that's region. Next up is, well, save map. So make sure you save your changes when you change them. And you already know what the palette is. You can change different tile in it. And by the way, if you want to change your palette, you go to editor and game settings and go to map. This is where you can upload a different tile sheet. Okay, so you can make your game look completely different, if you like. All right. In fact, why don't I try that right now? Ooh, okay. I mean, this is gonna break the game, by the way, but let's go ahead and do it, right? So I'll change the tile sheet and I'll upload the tile sheet file from my computer, right? So let's go upload. And give me a second here. Let me choose an image. Where are you? Where's all my games? Is it under my libraries? I forgot where I put my games in. Just give me a second, guys. Not in there. Is it under documents? No, not under documents. Documents. Really strange. All right, guys, you know what? Forget this. Why don't we go to itch.io together and look for game assets, right? Bunch of different game assets. Let's look for things that are free. And yeah, there's a bunch of awesome free assets. Can I choose different license, or? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Let's see. This looks pretty nice. Mystic Woods also look nice. I know this asset. I'm gonna not use it for today. Okay, let's take a look at these, right? So what's the license on this thing? Whoa, I like this asset. License. Free version. Asset can be used for any non-commercial project. You may modify the asset as you wish. This asset pack can be used in any commercial project, resold or redistributed. Yeah, no, I mean, shoot, I like this asset, man. I almost want to like go ahead and build a game out of it. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's got all the bunnies. Yeah, no, it's pretty sweet. Okay, and this one's also pretty nice. Then we have this game. You know what? Yeah, now let me go ahead and pay for this. Right? So how do I do this? So I have to pay at least $3.99. Okay, so I'll go ahead and pay this. I will not show you my transaction screen. So I'm gonna pay with my PayPal. Give me a sec here, guys. All right. I have downloaded it, or I have paid for it. Now I'm about to download it. Gosh, premium pack. Okay, I'll download both. Premium pack. Yeah, I'm gonna extract the file. You guys can see what I'm doing in my folders, but trust me, I'm working on it. Ground tiles. Okay, so they have tiles, but oh wow, they got so many tiles. I may have to combine a whole bunch of them. I'll share my screen and show you guys what I'm working on. So here, how do I do this? Let me open this. How do I share my entire screen with you guys? Screen capture. Okay, can you guys see? Yeah, you guys can see what I'm doing, right? Okay, screen capture. Cool. All right. So yeah, I'm looking at their folder, and there are bunch of tiles here, right? I just need like grassland, darker, blah blah. These are darker ones. Bush tiles. Okay, hold on. What is this? Okay, these are nice. Darker grass, ground tiles, old tiles. He's got a whole bunch here as well. So, right. And these are, how big are these? These are roughly, is it by 16 by 16? Seems so. Okay, so these are 16 by 16 tiles. And look, right now Modio can only support a single tile in their games, right? So the way we can make this work is by creating a new file that's going to be, let's say, 1600 by 1600. And we can actually paste a bunch of these into one single tile. Yeah, so like for example, I can go to this thing and just paste it like that. There you go. And then I'll open this, copy all that, and paste it right in here. Whoops. Okay, perfect. Do this as well. Paste it. It's a bit of manual labor, but I mean, it works, you know? If it works, then what's the old saying? If it works, then it ain't stupid. All right, guys. So I mean, we'll just use you know, okay, I made this way too big, by the way. I think all we need is like, I don't know, what is it? 746 by, okay, what's the dimension? I'm gonna open my calculator. What's 760 divided by 16? Okay, sorry, 16 times by 50. 800 by 16 times by, I don't know, 30. 800 by 480. Let's do that, right? So layer or sprite size, 800 by 480. Cool. All right, this is, oh no, I didn't mean to resize it. Sprite, canvas size, and 800 by 480. Go. Okay, there we go. Okay, much smaller. That's fine. All right, guys, I'm gonna save this as my tile sheet. New tile sheet. Save it as PNG. Save. All right, I'll stop sharing my screen here. Cool. And I will now import this file in the game. Contagious Freedom says there's a program called TilePacker that works very well with this. Yes. No, in fact, it is. I think we use a variation of that actually within our engine. We sort of like automatically tile pack the images into a one image as well. So this happens like within our engine. We compress the tiles, so it's faster to download. And yeah, you know what? That's one great thing about Modio over any other game engines out there. The size of the executable, well, we don't really have an executable, but like the size of the files required to play games in browser, it's usually less than 5 megabytes. Whereas if you use game engines like Unity, like they easily go over 100 megabytes. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to the editor, map, change tile sheet, and we'll upload the file that we just modified. And I've just modified the tile width and height to 16 by 16 because that's how big they were. So like when I say 16 by 16, that's like the size of each tile in terms of pixels. So I submit this, and then now you can see that my tile sheet is different. I will scale the tiles to be 64 by 64 pixel size. Also, because this is a pixel map, I have to go back to the Generals tab Engines tab, and then change it so the rendering filters pixel art. Save and close. And then yes, it will distort the map, but I will go ahead and continue with the change. One more thing, guys, is you know what? Like I'm gonna change the style. I'm changing the font size to be something a lot bigger, and that sort of is like distorting how the game looks or the fonts in the game looks right now. So I'll change that. And yeah, let me play the game. Now you can see that the tiles are different. Look at that. It's a tad bit broken, but it works. The teleportation still works, and this is actually when the clearing layers will actually help. So we can start fresh, right? Floor 2, let's clear that. Oops. Floor 2, clear that. Floor walls, or not floor, but layer walls, clear that. Trees, clear that. Yes, yes. So the map is all cleared up, and then I will paint the floor tile with this bucket fill. Right, there you go. And let's see. For teleportation, I could use something like this. I'll use this as trees. So teleport. Whoa, I didn't mean to fill. I bet. Stamp. Brush. And then teleport out. We can use something different. Like this. Those are 3 layers. Perfect. Save it. Now going back to the game. It feels completely different now, as you can see, right? Look at that. Okay, so that's how you change the the layer, sorry, not layer, the tile sheet of your game. So the game looks and feels completely different. You can also do the same for your individual units, which I will cover during my upcoming tutorials. But thanks for watching. Okay, I already talked about importing tile sheet, which is nice. Man, I talked about everything here. Okay, well, shit. They were supposed to be like separate tutorial videos, but I'm like, I covered pretty much like everything about the map editing already. Hey, Jason Smith. Thanks for joining the stream. Like the ones on your screen that show up, it's kind of like if you need to press B, it will just be a button to press on open shop on mobile. But I need to know how to add buttons. So the abilities in game, it's still sort of in beta phase. But like in terms of adding buttons in mobile, you can go to entities and then choose the unit that the players are choosing, and go to controls, and you have to choose abilities. You have to create an ability. So abilities basically become buttons eventually. So you upload the image of the icon that you want it to show up in mobile, and then you make sure that you choose where it's going to show, whether if it's on mobile only or both, or desktop only, or never show buttons. So you can choose all that. Have you tried using this? Okay, so so you need to know. Yeah. So if you try this and if it doesn't work, please let me know. But it should allow you to add buttons in game, in mobile. And of course, another way to do this is by for like if there are like specific keyboard actions, like key actions that you want to add into mobile, you can actually click on these and then drag them. And like this is the like canvas on mobile, and you can position buttons differently using this. How do you get rid of it? You just drag it outside actually. So like for example, if you want to add a buy button for B, you can just add a B here, and then your mobile users will be able to click on B. By the way, I am concerned about this because I did cover map editing quite a bit, and I think I need to just combine these two like this. I talk about pretty much everything with the layers and palette and everything. Did not expect to do that, so I kind of skipped through. I covered more than I expected, and I think it's a nice thing that I'm doing that. And then we have now script actions, variables, and then the fundamental programming concepts. Ooh, okay. Let me think. Script actions, variables, world scripting. I should say world scripting versus entity scripting. I think I'm going to cover the fundamental programming concepts during the script actions and variables tutorial video here. Probably. Yeah, I'll do that. And then we have the system environment. I briefly cover this, but I think I can cover this pretty quickly. We have players, factions and AI, and then yeah, entities. Right. And then we go over the unit. I feel like this is a good start. This may change. As you saw, like I deleted the entire like section number 2 map editing and compressed it down to this. So this is, this may change in the near future. But what about the handlebars? What are the handlebars? What are you referring to? Please let me know. But yeah, no, I mean, our game is coming together, kind of. Okay, let me republish the game because I changed the fonts, by the way. Like, not wait till we can start implementing pixel fonts. Which right now it seems like we can do this. Follow me, please. Okay, I'll follow you. Where are you going? I'll follow you, man. What are you talking about? Follow me, please. Okay. Jason says no. Interesting. Let me know why. Guys, I'm gonna take a quick break. Gonna have a quick lunch and then return to continuing with the tutorial videos. I think I can cover some basics of scripting right after. Okay. Axolotl says handlebars is a simple templating language that enables you to insert mustache expressions like GameSlug. Oh yeah, I don't know too much about them. Mon and Pranshu does actually a lot. They know a lot better than I do. So yeah, we do have some handlebars, and you can learn more about those by going to syntax documentation. Then you can actually see the okay, so we have documentation right here. I see. Right. Oh, I didn't mean to leave the entire game. We should probably open a new tab when someone clicks on it. But anyway, syntax documentation tells you about these handlebars. In terms of what are available, I don't think we do enough justice here teaching people, which are the ones that you can use. Wait, so landing page. Okay, so these are the handlebars that you can use, I think. Yeah. And then the dialogues. Yeah, you can use these for the dialogues as well. Right there. Yeah, so handlebars. So I think this should give you enough. Okay, so Axolotl is saying, yeah, I didn't really understand well, even after reading the syntax documentation. Let us know what it is that you're trying to do. And then maybe like in the chat, and definitely tag Mon. Mon knows this really well. So definitely tag Mon, and Mon should be able to help you out. Hey Thaw.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. Yeah, I've been here for a minute. Just wanted to remind everyone that we have a game jam going on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so check it out. You can sign up. I'll include the link in the chat so you can take a look at it. But even people who are new, if you haven't built a game before, you have a whole month to work on your game, and we're open to kind of seeing new creators. That's really what the whole point of the game jam is. And I don't know if you had anything else to add to that, but
50 people joined this. Awesome. Post a link. Yeah, so this game jam is about turning a classic game into a multiplayer game using audio. Here's a good example of that. I'm sure many of you guys already know about this game, Minesweeper. It's a twist that we're adding to Minesweeper. So for those of you guys don't know what Minesweeper is, it's a classic game made back in the 80s for Windows 3.1, I think. And now you can play this as a multiplayer with a bunch of other people. So this is an example. This is not an official competing title for the jam, right? So don't get discouraged. And definitely, if you wanna, if you ever thought about like turning a classic game into a multiplayer game. So for example, like if you wanna make multiplayer Mario or multiplayer, I don't know, like any 2D game that was made, like in the, what's the timeline here?
1 month is what I'm.
No, sorry, what I meant was before 2010. So 10 years ago and before, all the classic games that was made 10 years and before, so 2010 and before, you can, any games that you consider as classic, or people would consider as classic, turn them into multiplayer, and yeah, I think it'd be pretty awesome to not only to have you build games and compete in the jam, but to play them together. By the way, I'm gonna be playing all of the games that are made during this jam. So, and I'll try to cover that during the stream as well. So if you like to, have your game played by myself and a bunch of others at the same time, definitely participate in this game jam. External, so yeah, I don't know so much about the handlebars either. Sorry, I can't give you much of a help right now, but again, Mino should be able to help you. Definitely send Mino a question on Discord. I recommend that. Hey Long, welcome. Jason Smith says, but the problem is I need to find out how to add buttons on mobile. So yeah, no, I did explain the process, but listen, I'll cover more about this in the later video. Do I cover mobile? Yeah, mobile compatibility. So I say mobile control. Mobile coding or mobile compatibility. Yeah, I'll cover that in the future tutorial video. I'll try to cover like one section per day, starting like today. So yeah, no worries, it's fine. All right, guys, I'm starving, so you guys are welcome to hang out here, but I am going to take like 15-minute break and have myself a late lunch and return. So let me turn on this splash screen. And yeah, see you guys later. If you guys wanna stick around, you guys are welcome to. Yes. Be right back.